start the video, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more company documentary videos. Please support the channel by subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing the video. We're working aggressively to grow the channel, and we need your help by subscribing. Your support means so much and is so appreciated. Thanks again. When it comes to Mexican-style fast food, Qdoba is often cited as one of the top contenders. Qdoba Mexican Eats, or the place you used to know as Qdoba Mexican Grill, and a few other snazzy titles before that, has been slinging delicious tacos, burritos, quesadillas, and various other Mexican concoctions since 1995. The chain started in Denver, Colorado, but has now expanded to 722 locations across the country. Often viewed as a rival to another very popular burrito eatery that started in Colorado, Chipotle, Qdoba has made a concerted effort to pave its own identity over the years. It's weathered some branding issues and some changes in ownership, but still remains a reliable, fast casual option for fresh food, and sometimes even free guacamole. Sit back and relax while we discuss the success story of Qdoba. This chain traces its origins to the opening of the Zuma Fresh Mexican Grill in 1995 by Colorado native Anthony Miller and partner Robert Hauser at Grant Street and 6th Avenue in Denver, which is still in operation. Miller and Hauser met in New York City, where Miller was an investment banker with Merrill Lynch when Hauser was attending the Culinary Institute of America and working at the famed Le Cirque restaurant. Hauser developed most of the recipes and tried to design the menu to be healthier by replacing the use of traditional animal fats with vegetable oils, and tried to use more fresh vegetables and herbs when he could. During the first year, lines stretched out the door during most evenings at dinner time, but it usually took roughly 7 minutes for customers in a 30-person line to get served. Zuma was a made-up name, but was also the name of a friend's cat. The Denver, Colorado location was an immediate success, with first-year revenues exceeding $1.5 million. The cost of opening the 1,300-square-foot store had only been about $180,000. In 1997, the name of the company was changed from Zuma to Qdoba Mexican Grill because of a lawsuit from another restaurant using the Zuma name in Boston. This name caused confusion due to the similar-sounding Zuzu handmade Mexican grill chain that was operating in the Denver area at the time. During the same year, Qdoba began to offer franchise opportunities to entrepreneurs to expand the chain outside of its core territory of Colorado. In exchange for a large stake, Western Capital and other investors gave the company a large infusion of capital in early 1998 to allow the company to open 25 new locations and nearly triple its size. Later that year, Gary Beasler was hired in 1998 to replace Miller as president and chief operating officer, while Miller remained as chief executive officer. By mid-1998, Qdoba had 21 locations in 9 states, with 10 of those locations being franchises. At that time, a chicken burrito cost only $4.79. By December 1999, Qdoba had 49 locations in 19 states. Even though Qdoba was another made-up name, there were lawsuits made by Zteja Southwestern Grill in Arizona and Azteca in Washington State that the Qdoba name was too similar to their names and it infringed on their trade names. To overcome these problems, the name Qdoba was invented in 1999 by ad agency Heckler Associates. At the time of the name change to Qdoba Mexican Grill, and Gary Beasler replaced Miller as CEO. Seeing their potential and success, restaurant chain Jack in the Box paid $45 million in cash to obtain the Wheat Ridge-based Qdoba from ACI Capital, Western Growth Capital, and other private investors in early 2003. After being purchased by Jack in the Box, Qdoba proceeded to expand their footprint rapidly. They cited their main goal was to capture a larger market share. Qdoba repurchased 25 stores located in Kentucky, Indiana, and Tennessee from ZT of Louisville Inc., one of its largest franchisees, for an undisclosed sum in mid-2012. At that time, to fully realize their goals, Qdoba decided to change management once again by hiring Tim Casey to replace Gary Beasler as CEO in March 2013. Tim was allowed to run the company for 3 years. During his tenure, Tim closed a total of 67 underperforming restaurants, including 18 in and around Chicago. By late 2013, Qdoba operated over 600 fast casual restaurant locations throughout the United States. To help attract more customers in October 2014, Qdoba changed their price structure to all-inclusive, in which the price only depended on the type of protein, $7.80 for chicken or vegetarian items, and $8.40 for steak, shredded beef, or pork, but included all of the extras that previously incurred an additional charge, such as guacamole and queso sauce. Most people who routinely ordered the extras with their burritos didn't see much of a price difference after the new prices went into effect. However, light eaters did complain that if they wanted to maintain their light eating habits by getting a simple plain item, they were hit with as much as a $2 per item price increase. As an example, the Kraft 2, which went up from $8.40 from $6.49, by paying for items they didn't choose to get, like the guacamole. They claimed they were subsidizing other customers who usually paid for the extras in the past. Qdoba basically ignored them, and never changed it back, just so you all know. Anyway, in 2014, Qdoba moved its headquarters from its longtime home in Wheat Ridge to nearby Lakewood. A little over 2 years later, San Diego-based corporate parent Jack in the Box decided to integrate Qdoba's headquarters into Jack in the Box's main headquarters in California, starting in January 2017. Faced with sluggish growth, management decided to make a change in their marketing strategy. As part of the new strategy, the trade name of the restaurants was changed to Qdoba Mexican Eateries in October 2015, in the hope of trying to distinguish itself from similar-sounding competitors. By July 2016, the company had 650 restaurants in 47 states, the District of Columbia, and Canada. In December 2017, a consortium of funds led by Apollo Global Management announced the purchase of Qdoba chain for approximately $305 million. At the time of the announcement, Qdoba had approximately 700 restaurants in 47 states. The sale was completed in March 2018. Jack in the Box Inc. received $305 million in cash for more than 700 locations in 47 states, the District of Columbia, and Canada. After Apollo had completed its acquisition, Keith Gilbo was promoted from brand president to chief executive officer in May 2018. In June 2019, Qdoba finally moved its headquarters from the building that it had previously shared for the past 2 years with its former corporate parent Jack in the Box in Kearney Mesa to Mission Valley. In 2021, Qdoba promoted tenured operating officer Eric Williams to chief operating officer, a position he still holds. By May 2022, Qdoba operates over 750 fast casual restaurant locations throughout the United States, with 12 locations in Canada. In October of 2022, Qdoba was officially acquired by Butterfly Equity via a merger transaction with Modern Restaurant Concepts, MRC, an industry-leading better-for-you fast casual restaurant platform consisting of 2 brands, Modern Market Eatery and Lemonade. As always, you know we have to discuss the legal issues. I swear these companies can never stay out of the court. Anyway, in 2006, the company was involved in a lawsuit in which Panera Bread attempted to invoke a clause in Panera's contract with the White City Shopping Center in Shrewsbury, Massachusetts, to stop the opening of a Qdoba Mexican Grill. The clause provided that Panera would be the only sandwich shop in the shopping center. Panera argued that burritos and other tortilla-based foods were in fact sandwiches. Superior Court Judge Jeffrey Locke ruled against Panera, concluding a sandwich is not commonly understood to include burritos, tacos, and quesadillas, which are typically made with a single tortilla and stuffed with a choice filling of meat, rice, and beans. In 2015, 3 customers who got sick after eating at a Qdoba restaurant in Firestone, Colorado, were found to have been infected with the bacterium Salmonella typhi, which causes typhoid fever. 2 of the customers had to be hospitalized. The source of the infection was traced to an infected food handler who was asymptomatic. Then in 2019, a minor filed a complaint to the Attorney General's office at Newton, Massachusetts, stating that they had worked overtime at Qdoba. This led to a statewide investigation that resulted in auditing all locations in Massachusetts. Qdoba paid over $400,000 in citations due to the thousands of violations they received due to Massachusetts' child labor laws. Also in 2020, 4 customers were hospitalized after consuming contaminated food in Glenwood Springs, Colorado Qdoba. The food was contaminated by an unspecified chemical. Only 2 out of the 4 customers experienced symptoms. The incident caused Qdoba to close down temporarily. After the release of the individuals, Qdoba reopened. No action was taken by the individuals. Qdoba is planning major growth for 2023. The 730-unit chain has over 80 restaurants in non-traditional environments and will add to that number by opening more in airports, military bases, and universities. Overall, I think Qdoba is making a very strategic move by opening in smaller locations that don't require as much overhead. With so many people liking Mexican-style food in the US, their food will not be hard to sell as long as they make good quality tasting food. I do feel that they're eclipsed by their top competitor Chipotle, but they still have plenty of room to grow and innovate. For me, if they focus on quality, stop the scandals and lawsuits due to getting people sick, they could be a strong contender for the #1 spot in their market. Anyway, do you like Qdoba? Are you a Qdoba or Chipotle customer? If you like both, which do you like best? Do you like their food? Have any of you worked for them? If yes, how has your experience working for them or eating there? Please let us know in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more company documentary videos. And be sure to like and share the video as well. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.